honorary captains. Don't leave the field yet. Honorary captains. For the game, the Bulldogs would like to thank their honorary captains, Stacy Gago, Andrea Rocha, and Anita Davis. Team moms for all. And now for the main event. Tonight's varsity matchup pits the Spartans of South High against the home team, your Golden Valley Bulldogs. The visiting Spartans are led by head coach Corey Mills. Assisting them is Ryan Harlan, Tyson Jones, Richie Maestri, Jihad Lawrence, and Javier Medina. And for the head coach of your Golden Valley Bulldogs, James Kane. He's assisted by Nate Bull, Amos Raven, Will Cross, and Jonathan Vargas.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday Night Football, and it goes off the foot, and it's at the 34-yard line. And we already have a very loud vowel sound out of my partner, the one and only Rick Van Horn. I'm Vance Palm. We're joined by our director, producer, Kevin Willie. A great night for football. It's dipped down to the mid to low 90s, that southeast breeze rolling right past Golden Valley. This is the Kern High Network's live exclusive coverage of high school activities here in the Kern High School District. Tonight the activity is sports, it's athletics, and it's varsity football. The South High School Spartans. And Rick and I will pay each other $1 each time the other person calls it that old mascot. Yeah. We're so old we grew up playing against them and with them.
Yeah.
So we have $1 kitty every time. Kevin Willie also has to pay to the kitty. First and 10, South starts off. It's a beautiful pass downfield, and it's picked off. What a dart. And on the first play from the line of scrimmage, it's the Bulldogs with a flag comes in late.
We got a flag.
And I think it may be after the tackle. There was some extra business that he gave him, but how about that? That is Dominic Thompson, the senior, that came down with a big interception. He's getting some love and some dab. Woo. And I think the penalty came in at the very end of the hit. It got a little festive over there on the sidelines, Rick, but either way, we'll let all that sort itself out. Good to see you, buddy. Nice game tonight between these close neighbors.
Yeah, they are. And 8:20 kickoff. And, you know, nice little breeze out here, like always. Arvin, Golden Valley, Miramonte. We always get that breeze up here. And so, you know, South High came out and got great field position, decided to go for it all on first down. Bit him in the butt, and now Golden Valley's got great field position after that 15-yard penalty.
So it's first and 10 for Golden Valley. Head coach James Kane of the Bulldogs and Kerry Mills for the Spartans. And Golden Valley, they're going to try to capitalize on an inside handoff and a good 5 or 6 yard gain right out of the get-go.
That's number one, Nate Abbott. I tell you what, probably one of the best 5 football players in town. We called his name a lot last year. He and his brother, Nate, is back. He's a do everything for Golden Valley and definitely one of the best in town.
A lot of great athletes on that field tonight. We're going to see them all. Second and 4. They're going to say it was a 6 yard gain. Bumble on a snap, and it falls right in the hands of the Bulldogs. Boy, things are going your way. The quarterback, Abbott, was waiting for it. Never made it to him, and it bounces right in the hands
of the running back who he was probably going to hand it to anyway.
Emilio Arjan. So, boy, things are going your way when you pick off the first pass of the play of the night, and then you get a penalty added onto it. Then your second play from line of scrimmage, the ball fumbles right into your hands.
And now they're 3rd and 1 on the 20-yard line of South High.
Again, it's Abbott in the shotgun, in motion. Zendejas, there's a football name for you. They stay on the ground. And nice job by South to stop that from being a touchdown.
Again, it looks like a bulldog.
That's what it looked like. That was Ruben Delgado on the carry.
Number 6, Ruben Delgado on the carry.
1st and 10.
Ruben looks like he's got a motor under there. Looks like he can run a little bit.
Well, I went to school with some Delgados in Arvin, Vince and Vance.
Oh, really? It's like saying you went to school with Rodriguez's and Gutierrez's out there.
I did.
Yeah, I know it.
A bunch of them. So much so that I still call him Gutierrez, but when I call a Highland game, I have to say Gutierrez because everybody gets on me. Abbott on a keeper. Oh, makes a good move, and he's almost brought down from behind, finally shoved out of bounds.
What do we got?
I think that's I don't think that's a. We'll see. They're going to call it unnecessary roughness. I think he just kind of gave him a little shove at the end.
I didn't see anything.
It could be 1st and goal here. I think it's going to be 1st and goal, real close actually.
What do we got here? Oh, it's on the.
Personal foul on the play.
It's on the defense.
The goal line.
Yeah, he gave him the business
Yeah,
afterwards.
he gave him the business, but
I didn't think it was worthy of that, but
the thing we're looking at here is South High, Coach Mills, and he doesn't have any Kings on the team. He doesn't have any Cars on the team this year. So it's a kind of a rebuilding year for him. So we'll see what they can come out and do this year.
1st and goal from the 4. It's a take, a keep, and it's a touchdown for Nate Abbott. So Abbott,
That's a Golden Valley
he's
touchdown.
6'2", 210. He looks all of it. He looks all 6'10".
He is I don't know how his grades are. If they're good, he is definitely a
66, Kyle Streeter.
D1 prospect. Probably not at quarterback. Strong safety, outside backer.
So it's a quick score for Golden Valley. As we set up on a cozy night here, our media desk, we have a soft
We got
beach
the
light.
night light out here.
And the after effects of a super blue moon creeping up over Bear Mountain. What a night. There's the hold, the kick, it's up and it's good! That was a Phil Mickelson flop sand wedge, and
with that extra point,
he needed about an extra half a yard, and he got it.
Golden Valley Bulldogs.
So we're just underway. I'm Vance Palm. I've got Rick Van Horn to my left, Kevin Willie to my right. I'm an Arvin Bear. Rick's the BHS driller. Kevin Willie is the West High Viking. So this is your altruistic broadcast team for the Kern High School districts.
We got no dogs in this fight.
Very true.
There's your moon. There's a shot of your moon, Vance.
So,
Well,
as many of you know, I'm a moon hound. I love them. I talk about them. I post them. When I was sailing around the world and all those different ports of call, I would always make it a point to grab a photo of full moons wherever I was, Russia, Jamaica, you name it. And last night was a fun one.
And we got one tonight, huh?
The super blue moon last night. Rick, as you know, as anyone knows, the second full moon within the same month is a blue moon, but this was a super blue moon, and as a lot of my neighbors said, Vance, there was nothing blue about it. I said, I got you. But thank you for the shot, Kevin.
Did you get the picture?
I did get the picture.
All right.
Do you get the picture, my man? 7-0.
Golden Valley. And of course, we can't. We'll talk about the elephant in the room here. What happened to Golden Valley last week?
Quite an unfortunate event, and they mentioned it a little bit tonight just to kind of give everybody a preface. And there was an accident last week, and the game was canceled, so.
These guys are coming off. A lot of the players were injured. Some of them aren't playing tonight because of the wreck.
left-footed bomb goes into the end zone, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
15, Bryce Krakoza kicks it out of the end zone.
There was good news that none of the athletes had to go to the hospital.
Very good news.
Just some minor cuts and abrasions.
Okay, Rick, you're the Spartans. What do you got to do here in offense to kind of answer back?
Well, you got plenty of time. It's your first series, first time you've handled the ball this game. So, going to come out and feel out the Golden Valley defense. See how they're playing it, and then we'll adjust to that.
Okay. Shotgun, 2 running backs, 1 on each side. They go on the ground, and they've got their own big fella to hand the ball off to. The quarterback is Jacob Cisneros.
There's number 11, James Webster with the carry.
And James Ledser is the running back.
He was brought down by number 13, Marco Salazar.
I don't have 11 on the roster here. What'd you have? I know the James Webster was what the announcer said.
And that's what I repeated.
Okay. He's got good size on him, whatever he is.
Cisneros rolls, tosses, and it's caught out there for a nice grab. That'll make it a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Want to let all the South High
Number 11,
families know that we have somewhat of incomplete roster for the Spartans. So we don't have all the numbers that were presented to us.
Yeah, they stop it. The roster stops at 76, so I don't know.
So we may not have all the names tonight. Our apologies, but South High probably needs to pick it up a little bit on their rosters.
A big tackle in the backfield.
Wow. Golden Valley getting after it on defense. They are fired up tonight.
He was taken down by big number 77, Matthew Grijalva. Brings up 4th down for the Spartans.
So Spartans are going to need a punt. And you look at the Bulldogs standing at midfield. Delgado is closest to us. He's at the. They're both at the 50. The punt is high. Not going to travel very far.
Oh,
flag on the play as well. So
it's a good bounce.
But flag's on the play.
Hot kick by number 12, Thomas Encinas.
I think that's going to be against Golden Valley.
Picked up by number 22, Jose on counter. Golden Valley 1st down.
Not sure what the call was, but it is going to be against the Bulldogs.
Some kind of personal foul on the center, on the long snapper there.
We have a penalty against Golden Valley on the play.
James Kane with his staff of Nate Odell, Dima Reza, William Cross, and Jonathan Vargas trying to come up with a game plan to stop Nate Abbott.
Good luck.
Yeah.
A reverse and a really nice job out there. What a hit by Samuel Organista. Wow. Big hit.
Bryson Rigosa was there, number 15, too, for South High.
Open number 24, Kinley Samuels. 2nd down, Golden Valley.
Golden Valley with about a 2nd and a long 7.
Yeah, you're right. 2nd and 8. Zendejas trying to close out the end there. Nice job by that South High defense. Really good job. Big hit.
Number 5, Dominic Thompson.
South High's not going to have any of that tonight.
That was a big, big hit.
Between the tackles, the last 2 plays, they've.
And there's a Spartan down right now. Give us a chance to kind of reset. Great to be out here tonight at South High School. At Golden Valley High School. I want to thank Golden Valley for hosting us tonight. Special thank you to Stan Green and also all of the Kern High School District Superintendents and our sponsors at Valley Strong Credit Union. We appreciate it. We appreciate you allowing us to put on events like this for our community. The administration at Golden Valley. The principal is Paul Hellman. The assistant principal of instruction is Jerry Antoine. The assistant principal of administration, Michelle Gerhardt. The dean is Chris Suarez. Another dean is Valerie Black.
Let's give him a hand.
And the athletics director is our good friend Robert Haskell, who we see coming off the field right there. Robert. And the activities director, Kirsty Park. Thank you again. Appreciate it. Well, that's one of their big guys, too, Rick. It's one of their difference makers. So just under 6 minutes to go. Oh, what a nice move.
Wow.
Nate Abbott
Number 1, Nate Abbott with the
gets up
shaking
to
leg.
midfield,
Picks up
exactly
7
midfield.
yards.
Going to bring up a 4th down. So I think Golden Valley's going to have to punt it here.
Number 11, James Webster.
Kevin, is all this licorice and red vines, is this compliments of you?
Oh, no. That's me.
That's Mr. Van Horn over there.
Rick brought up 7 bags of red vines, Swizzlers.
It's going to be a long night.
It's the occasion, Rico.
That's right.
You just missed me. 4th and 5.
I never come empty-handed.
Hey, Golden Valley shows punt.
Oh,
The punt goes
my
over
God.
his head to snap. Fortunate, but not fortunate. What a great job closing out by the Spartans.
Snap.
Wow, misfortune for the Bulldogs, great fortune for the
Brought
Spartans.
down by number 9, Isaac De La Rocha.
15, Rayagosa probably should have caught that, but it was a high snap in his defense. But South High did a great job bringing guys and got the turnover.
Okay. Sweep out around the right side. And a great move to cut back. Everybody loves it, and that's Daniel Parra.
6, Daniel Parra.
Little second effort there, got him 5 yards. It's going to be a
Brought down
2nd
number
and
3,
5.
Emilio Arjon. It's like 2nd and 6.
What a beautiful night. Last night I was driving down the Grapevine about 10 o'clock. That moon was coming over the Tahome Mountains. My goodness. It's a beautiful, beautiful night. See the whole valley lit up.
Reflection right off Arvin, the dome out there at
Well,
Arvin High.
I mean, actually, there was kind of a halo around Arvin High.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
As I looked off to the
Halo.
east, you could see like a heavenly halo.
Over the ice or the water tower out there.
Yeah, you could see it. I mean,
Gosh.
even the naked eye could pick it up.
Yeah.
That's called agricultural pollution.
Yeah.
Don't rain on
Even the normal man
But
could pick it up.
but I love Arvin.
Don't rain on my haze.
It's a great time.
Don't rain on my haze.
Yeah.
Penalty. marches it back for the Spartans. We're in the first quarter, under 4 minutes to go here. Second and 11, high snap, trouble. They hand the ball off to Antoine Jones, and he runs into a wall of Bulldogs.
Led by who? Number 1, Nate Abbott.
Brought down by number 1, Nate Abbott.
Abbott's a senior. Rick just talked about it. Certainly a Saturday player, no question.
Can you imagine? Last year they had 2 Abbotts on the team, and they were just as good as each other.
Okay, big third down here for South High School. They had an opportunity, and so big that even Golden Valley can sense it, and they're going to call the timeout to talk it over.
Timeout on the play.
Rick, we have 6 leagues now, 13,000 student athletes from fall to spring, 19 high schools. This is becoming
Okay, well, we got some time.
a
I'd like to
major
thank our referees.
footprint
Fine
in
referees
California.
nowadays.
19 high
We had a
schools.
chance before the game to acknowledge them.
I lost
We
count
have
after
a
15, I think. 15 or
The
16.
umpire is Colin Clark. Headlinesman Ronald Venter.
I have the notes.
Line judge
Golden Valley plays in the Horizon League with Foothill, Golden Valley, Miramonte, Del Oro, the new high school, and Arvin.
Okay.
And then the Mountain League is comprised of West, East High, North, South, kind of the, what they call that, the Compass League a couple years ago, and Tehachapi,
Right.
which is not real good if you're northeast, south, or west, because Tehachapi's in there, and they are loaded this year.
As-
Golden Valley's got a great chance to win that Horizon League this year.
As we go on, I want you to keep reading those leagues. A high snap, it ends up being a situation where Cisneros just has to take it on his own. He did have a lead blocker out there, and even if it was part of the play, the high snap just set him off. So now it's 4th, and I believe South's going to have to punt it up. It's just too far of a field goal, and it's 4th and 14. So Coach Mills going to put the ball in the air off the foot.
Well, you're in that no man's land here. You could punt it or you could go for it. It's not going to hurt you either way. Once you cross that 50, I think you probably should go for it, but he elects to punt.
We'll see. You never know.
You never know. We won't know till a couple series down the line. And
Low snap. Oh, he one-hops it. Oh, that's a great play. Just to get it off, and he might get a good bounce. We'll see. Might have to grab that one. Okay, 1st and 10 from about the 16-yard line. Once again, everybody, welcome to the Curran High Network. Great to have you with us. We started this deal in 2016, I believe. Was it 2015? Kevin Willie was the very first director.
2016 sounds right.
2016, all right, 7 years ago. Kevin Willie was the first director, producer. I still have a picture of him behind the camera, the laptop, everything's set, and Stan Green pushed enter. And voila.
And then walk down the steps.
And then he hit the road. He goes,
it's yours.
It's all you. Myself, Kirk Boyer, and Kevin Willie. Here we are 7 years later, and now it's marching band competitions, and it's girls wrestling, volleyball, basketball.
drama, band.
Of course.
You name it.
1st and 10, under 2 to go. Nice run there. Strong run by Thompson. And he picks up a
Big
first
run,
down.
number 5, Dominic Thompson.
He wanted more, but
a good
Spartans hang on to
a
him.
good block on the play by number 58, Dennis Biacuze. Brought down by number 14, Marvin Parra. Oh, it's a Golden Valley first down.
You know, last week, Thompson didn't play a whole lot of quarterback, or I should say 2 weeks ago in their very first game. They had Chavez at quarterback, and Abbott was more of a running back. Now, whatever happened this week, Abbott has taken over at quarterback.
Handoff on the left side. Nice job by the Spartans. Spartans are tough up front.
Strong run by number 5.
Got some
Dominic
physical
Thompson.
linebackers.
Taken down by number 45, Samuel Organista.
Under a minute to go, but a timeout is called. It's an official's timeout. One of the big boys down for, and it looks like Adrian Coleman. Tomorrow night, I will be at Bakersfield High School, your old stomping grounds, with Coach Rich Cornford, as the Drillers will host the machine of the
Dangerous.
Shafter
Yeah.
Generals. Head coach Gerald Perucci's not messing around.
And this may be the first time they've ever played in 123 years.
Number 77, Matthew Grijalva.
Shafter, Bakersfield High.
Really?
Yeah, they have never played, I know, in the last 80 years. Now, we maybe go back, to the 1910s. I'd have to check my
Text me on that.
records.
If you can text me on that before kickoff,
And
I'd like to know,
I think
Rick.
this is the first time. I got a couple calls today, and they told me Paul Briggs would be rolling over his grave to see this game, but,
Hey, seriously, let me know about that. I want to know about that before
Yeah.
we go on the air. Rick Van Horn, always one of our well-respected student athletes, administrators, teachers, and, of course, head coach at every level here, and is an author of 2 great books.
I was going to say, not to mention historian.
A historian, a great author. How about a
Wow,
historian
way
on
to
this?
go.
Strong run.
Thompson looking to get away. Can he? What a nice hustle play there.
Run by number 5, Dominic Thompson. That's Golden Valley football.
He's caught by number 24. I don't have him on my roster. Do you have him on your roster? No?
Unfortunately, no, we don't. We just don't have the numbers from the South High Spartan squad. So a great play.
Yeah.
Didn't get it. But saved a tackle, saved a touchdown.
It sure did. And that looks like it's going to be the quarter.
That'll run us out of the quarter. We'll take a break, and when we come back, it'll be the start of the second quarter. Golden Valley on top, 7-0, looking to score again here on the Current High Network. Back right after this.
7. From South High. 0.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm, Rick Van Horn. Thursday night football. Golden Valley hosting South High School. We start the second quarter with some good news for the Spartan families. We were just handed an updated roster with all the names and numbers. Oh!
They'd have it straight in the
Oh, why
wow.
is that a penalty?
Personal down on the play.
Because we were just about to say that James Webster,
We may have two. We've got 2 flags on the field.
man, that was a nice play. Well, they may say it was excessive, unnecessary.
They're going to talk about it here.
And that's tough if you're the Spartans because it was a great stop. They stopped him in the backfield, Rick.
This could be a 30-yard penalty. First penalty was
Unnecessary
ball.
roughness.
second penalty might have been a dead ball.
Oh, boy. So after a big stop, a much-needed stop, it might be a double whammy against the Spartans. Taking a moment just to...
Oh,
they
offsetting.
may be offsetting.
The second penalty was on Golden Valley.
My guess is this. Here's my hunch.
Okay.
Webster picks up the running back, slams him down, unnecessary roughness. The running back that was slammed down, unnecessary verbal.
Against the Spartans.
Could be. Or a lineman comes in and
Says, hey, don't do that to my running back.
kind of protect.
Okay. So, 2nd and 12. For the Bulldogs.
Got Salazar split out right. He's 6'4".
Abbott fakes the
Okay.
inside handoff,
Oh!
looks, throws, has a man there, and it is broken up. What a fantastic play by Thomas Encinas. Wow.
Well, I think that was just a flat-out drop by. I called it.
He nicked it, buddy. He nicked it.
Marco Salazar, 6'4", 190, big kid.
He got it. He nicked it.
Well, that was a great play.
I mean, from one DB to another, you're not even taking care of a DB, are you?
Yeah.
God, Coach. Great play out there. And I can tell you this.
But you got to expect that because, it's either Nate Abbott on the run or they're going to fake it and throw it. And when you have one receiver split, it's the easiest coverage in the world.
Encinas makes a big play. Here's 3rd and 11. Can the Spartans step up again? Abbott takes on head-on and
Number 1, Nate Abbott on the keeper.
doesn't get much there.
It looked like Bryson
Number
Ragosa,
15.
number 15. Well, I take that back. Number 15, they don't have him.
We're jersey number challenged tonight. We're jersey challenged tonight, no question about it. But that's what halftime's for, my man. So they held him. It's 4th and 7 now. No punt, no field goal. Big play here for this Spartan defense. Two receivers split out to the right side. Abbott in the shotgun, looks right immediately, steps out of the pocket. Falls on the ground. He takes a big hit. How about that? The Spartans come up big, the ball. And now,
we got another flag. 23 for South High made a big hit. Who is that?
well,
Ethan Dominguez.
but Sam Organista might have been called, or will they call it on Abbott? There's some serious jawing going on out there. It was after the play. It is going to be on what I believe to be
South High, but it's going to be their first down.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
I think it was Organista because that's who Abbott was pointing at and yelling at as Organista was running off the field. So after that great stop, they pick up the first down going the other way, but they have to start at 15 yards fewer just because they are having a tough time reeling in their emotions. And now as I look across the football field, I can see the young player that's being spoken to over there, and that's Organista. The assistant coaches are saying, man, we put a lot of work in to getting that first down and stopping them. But they're pumped up, Rick. What are you going to do? They're excited. It's a great play. Great play by the Spartans. 1st and 10, 10:41 to go in the half. Timeout called by South High School. We'll take a short break. We'll step away for a moment. Hope you're enjoying the Kern High Network's live exclusive coverage of high school football on Thursday night. Back right after this. After the timeout, here we go. Whistles blow. And it looks like a uniform situation because they basically told James Webster you got to jog off, something to do with his uniform. They replace him with Thomas Encinas. 1st and 10 Spartans, 10:41 to go here in this first half. Misdirection play, not bad, hang on to the football, he does. A couple of yards there. If this offensive line for South can start getting off and start firing off and picking up 3 yards, 6 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, kind of get them into the game, they haven't really been able to get their juices flowing, you know, Rick?
It's up 2nd and 6.
Marco Salazar with a tackle there, number 13 for Golden Valley. You know, if you look at Golden Valley, they pass the eye test. Look at their big guys up front. They've got some size up front.
Those unis are sleek, too. You know what I'm saying? They've got a way of
making you
look elusive.
A little
right.
Taller and slimmer.
Elusive. Pass down the far side, and big arm.
Now, I'm going to have to say, great coverage by number 14, Rodrigo Hernandez there, number 14.
Jarrell Hasley was the intended receiver.
I always like to see that.
It was broken up by number 14.
Both these programs
Rodrigo Hernandez
have had their fair share of superstars. Obviously, South High School, much older school, been around for many, many decades, and some legendary names coming out of South High School that have built the pillars of our sports community in all sports. Golden Valley, one of the newer schools, so to speak, and already starting to build on their own tradition. 3rd and 7. Out to the side, and it's bobbled. Was it backwards? They're going to say no, incomplete pass. And so Hasley tried to take off running with it before he had it and probably heard some footsteps, and that was about it.
You know, we're going to have to talk about the NFL cut down to their 53 this week and find out who's on, who's off from Bakersfield.
4th down, Spartans.
Hopefully Derek Carr is the one that passed.
Well, you know, he was one of the ones that passed. DJ Reed from Independence.
Jordan Love.
Joey Porter Jr. is not really ours, but we claim him as ours.
He's ours. High snap. Oh, what a great play. Can he get it off? He does. Now look at that. A 40-yard boot. That might be the play of the game so far. Thomas Encinas had to go up high to get it. He was 1 inch away from touching the goal line, which would have made it a safety. And he was able to boot it through 3 Bulldogs to the 40-yard line. How about that? A bad snap punt ends up being the play of the game so far. I mean, look what they at least they put the Bulldogs up at the 40, Rick. That could have been disastrous. Goodness.
Very athletic play. One name that didn't make the 53, Chris Barnes. Remember him from Liberty a couple years ago?
Sure do.
He was always a Green Bay Packer, but didn't make the 53. He might be hurt. He might be on injured reserve or something, but he's not on the active 53 for the Green Bay Packers.
And that might not be the last page of the story either. And it's going to be a timeout. It's taken by Golden Valley. Hey, Rick, if you wouldn't mind, let's go through some more of our leagues that we have here in Kern County. You had stopped.
Well, I've got those two because they were relevant tonight.
Got it.
But you know, in the top league, you've got Liberty, Centennial, Frontier, Garces, and Stockdale. Stockdale playing Ridgeview tonight. That's a big, kind of a neighborhood game nowadays between those two. You've got Porterville at Foothill tonight, and you've got a good game going on right now is Highlands at Kennedy. That's going to be a good game. Kennedy was beat last week by Stockdale. Highland had beat Stockdale in the first game.
First and 10, the Bulldogs. Another inside handoff. Nice job by this Spartan defense. That's really a good job. You figure, you talk about the size of this Golden Valley offensive line and defensive line, and Spartans are hanging right there with them.
They sure are.
Taking
They
out by
sure
number
are.
57, Jacob Ramosti. Second and 8.
You know, it's tough. You know, when
I mean,
Abbott
Golden
played
Valley.
2 weeks ago, Abbott was a primary running back, and now he's a quarterback. So Golden Valley's had adjusted their offense a little bit. So when you have nobody at his level, what I mean by level is when the quarterback sets, you've got no running back next to him. Now here you go, you've got Aon next to him. They use him as the lead blocker. And there
Look
goes
out,
Abbott.
Abbott to the right side, still on his feet, goes down at about
Abbott with the big run up the gut.
19-yard line.
That's a Bulldog first down.
Wow.
Number 12, Thomas Encinas on the play.
Under 8.5 to go here in the first half. It's 7-0 with all the weapons and the depth that Golden Valley has. The Spartans have had a couple opportunities themselves, let them slip away, and they're hanging in there. First and 10 again. Abbott this time hands it to Thompson. Thompson looking to get in the end zone. Might get a shove by his teammates. Look at that.
Wow.
Thompson,
Woo!
Got the first down. They're down at the 3-yard line there. Maybe the 4 here. 4-yard line. Wow.
Goodness.
They go up 14-0 in the second quarter. That's going to be tough for South High to come back.
7.5 left. First and goal. A scrum at the goal line. Can he get in? No. Spartans do a nice job to push him back. Well, I thought they did. The whistle blew. A lot of big bodies up there. They kept shoving.
Yeah.
Strong run up the gut there. Looks a little short of the goal line.
That was just a wedge up the middle by Golden Valley. And they get about 3 yards out there. The ball's on the 1-yard line now. They've got 2nd and 1.
Adrian Coleman.
Golden Valley taking their time down here at the goal line. They want to make sure it's right. Whatever they do.
You said it. It's important. They want to get some distance between them and the Spartans. So 2nd and goal, and the count is, they better get it off, and they do, and they just jam it in there. The entire offensive line, the whole student body.
Golden Valley touchdown!
Abbott. Second touchdown of the night for the quarterback.
Number 1 rule down in the goal line. Give it to your money man. And that's Abbott in this offense.
Jack Knotch, number 55. Knotch.
13-0. Oh, the kicker's hit, but I think he was shoved into him, so that's a good no call.
Up and good by Bryson Ragosa.
Ragosa gets it to go in. He got
And with that,
bumped pretty hard, and he was looking for a call, but it was his own man that got knocked into him. So
Golden
6:20
Valley
remaining in this first
14.
half, and right now Golden Valley's kind of
Valley.
stamped their name on this first half here. I'm Vance Palm, got Rick Van Horn to my left, Kevin Willie to my right. Pleasure to be with you tonight. Tomorrow night, it'll be the Drillers hosting the Shafter Generals, and Coach Van Horn just dropped a nugget on us, and I'm going to kind of stay on him about. I want to know, You say at least in the last 8 decades, the generals and drillers haven't played. It could be even more.
Could be even more, yeah. Yeah.
Because I'll be hyping it to no end on the social, and I want to make sure that I'm accurate before I get some very serious old school data entry people that go, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. But I'll just blame it on you anyway. I'll say Van Horn gave me all that. Look, come on now. I spoke at
who's going to argue with Van Horn? I mean,
I spoke at a Rotary meeting, a lunch a couple weeks ago, and they asked me to speak on the current state of sports, and I said, hey, look, I did what any good speaker would do. I went and got a bunch of information from all the guys that really know what's going on. Oh, nice footwork out there. Boy, that's a good run, a really nice run by Antoine Jones. I like that.
Big boot by Bryson Ragosa.
Plenty of time left in the second quarter. You got 6 minutes and 2 seconds.
Yeah, you're right.
First down.
You're right. Get something out of this.
That's my go-to argument when I get in an argument with somebody. I just say, but Rick Horn says,
Yeah,
Rick Van Horn says.
that's usually right.
13, Marco Salazar.
Well, I have the good fortune of having 3 daughters, so I'm never, ever right. So I don't even have to worry about it. I never really even go down that path, you know. Okay. Spartans start off on the ground. That's a nice looking run. Oh, and he's just tripped up, and that's James Webster. And J-Dub almost looked like, well, first of all, that's a young man that can run over some people. So not only is he strong,
for the Bulldogs.
He's only a junior.
exactly,
Yeah.
he's strong.
So, you lose Cars and you lose Shane Carr and you lose the Kings, Prince King, or Ellis. King Ellis and Prince Ellis, and you kind of reload with a Webster here.
They're a little discombobulated here on offense. They get it finally set. They get it together. Cisneros takes a look. They go to the left side this time. Webster now looking for a hole, and the big fella cuts back up the field. 2 nice runs right there by J-Dub.
Strong run by number 11, James Webster.
He's starting to feel it, too.
Yeah.
He hopped up. He's feeling good.
He's a big kid. They don't have any weights,
Down by number 9, Mark Salazar.
sizes in the program, but
Timeout.
yeah.
Bulldogs.
They don't have any size or weights in the South High roster, but he's got to be 180, 185 pounds.
Oh, at least. And James Kane has seen enough of that. He said, timeout. Let's get something. Because Webster's not going to the outside.
No.
He's cutting back in the middle, saying, who in this middle is going to take me on? I don't see a lot of you.
Yeah.
This is week 3 of high school football. Week 0, Rick Van Horn and I started the season off up at North High School, and it was on the eve of Hurricane Hillary. So we started the game at 8:30 because of excessive heat, and then there was about a 30 mile an hour wind blowing up on the north side. It was an apocalyptic start with a sunset to die for out on the west side. So it was really a great night to start high school football. And here, a 1st and 10, they go right back. And this time, I think Coach Kane.
Who else would you put in for Golden Valley to stop this?
Abbott with the
Nate Abbott.
Well, Coach Kane and his staff said timeout, said, here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Whatever way he goes, you go tackle him.
Nate Abbott, go get him.
Right.
Yeah.
Then our second game of the evening was, of the first weekend, was Highland at Stockdale. That game was a bruiser. It was a bruising game. It started out, and it was pretty close. Actually, it was real close toward into the third quarter, and then some mistakes by Stockdale, and it's bad snaps, and then Highland just kind of did what that Gutierrez-led team does, and they put that win away. Here's 2nd and 15 already. They give it to J-Dub right up the middle. Oh, goodness. So
James Webster bringing it back up.
Coach Mills says, you want to catch them on the outside, guys? Yeah. Sorry, let's just go right up the middle. So right now it's how can we stop James Webster?
Thompson.
That time it took
Down.
3 Bulldogs.
Ruben Delgado got a wake-up call on that play.
Well, Dominic Thompson had to go in there and help him. So here's a big 3rd down, 3rd and 4. Can the Spartans get past the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs and keep this drive going. Rick talked about it at the beginning of this drive. Still a lot of time left. Just under 4 minutes now on a 3rd and 4. They give it to the big fella. He goes and just takes on another 3 or 4 Golden Valley Bulldogs. So how about James Webster now?
Yeah, and that's going to be a first down.
Well, that is a valuable
It's like number 9, Mark Salazar.
chess piece.
Number 13, Marco Salazar.
Webster needs a blow after that. Goes to the sideline.
Look across the field to see our fearless leader, Stan Green, out talking with the South High School administration. Our boss is here tonight, checking out this great Thursday night action. See, where do I ever get the chance to see Kevin Willie and Rick Van Horn at the same place? I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm not going to miss. I'm not missing this. Okay, 1st and 10. Ball is on the Golden Valley 35-yard line. They mix it up a little bit. Nice play. And another nice strong run. Wow, and a power run by Sam Delacruz.
Samuel Delacruz on the run.
Here they come, Rick. Here they come.
Yeah.
By number 14, Rodrigo Hernandez.
Webster goes out, and you don't miss much with Delacruz in there, number 8.
Jacob Cisneros, the quarterback.
You know, you see both these teams doing kind of the old 5-10 years ago when you rotated, you know, your quarterback came to the sideline, kind of did that stuff. Nowadays, everything's hand signals, but they're doing it the old-fashioned way.
Another strong run right there by De La Cruz. I would imagine it won't be long now until Webster comes in.
Yeah.
On the carry.
Good job by Golden Valley defense.
But they picked up the first down, Rick.
Like number 9, Mark Salazar on the tackle there. First down.
Boy, this is really a confidence builder for these Spartans.
Yeah. Now it's 2:14 and counting. Clock is running. South High on the Golden Valley 24-yard line. Using up a lot of clock here.
They started the clock now that they've got the chain set. 1:50 and counting. Cisneros in the shotgun. Oh gosh,
Man.
after all of that.
After all that, South High burned a lot of time on that play and then come up with the illegal procedure. Not good.
If nothing else, it just kind of kills that momentum.
I don't think they changed the play, so this is going to be the
But Rick, it's down to
same
90
play
seconds
they ran.
now. It's down to 90
they got
seconds now. And another flag.
Wow.
So the Spartans stepping on their own toes right here. The clock stops.
We're down to 1:25 here.
And they have timeouts. And I think now, are they taking one or no? And for what it's worth, Coach, for what it's worth, the wind is at their back. You can look and see that flag is blowing right behind that Golden Valley Bulldog inflatable entrance dog.
They started this drive here with 1:58, 1st and 10. Now they're 1:25, 1:10 and counting, and 1st and 20.
But guess who we see back in the lineup?
Mr. Webster.
So J-Dub is right back there on the 40-yard line. And now a flag is flown. They took too long to get the play off. And they have timeouts to call.
Wow.
So now a delay of game. So 3 penalties in a row.
Now we're down to 53 seconds left in this half.
So frustrating if you're a Spartans fan. You thought you were going to score because you were marching down the field. Now they haven't called up. They haven't had a play go off in the last minute.
And you're backed up to the Golden Valley 39-yard line. Now you started at 24.
Slipping away here. Cisneros, they give the ball to Webster, but now everybody on the field knows where it's going to go, and a timeout is called now by Coach Corey Mills. So a little bit of mismanagement, some confusion, and some plain old simple
And
penalties.
They had something good going.
Well, they had momentum, too.
Yeah, they did. They started that drive back inside the 20, I believe.
Well, you start putting these pieces together as the evening starts to unfold, and it takes a little time to get it going.
Yeah.
Week 2, or officially the second week, but week 1 was last week of football. And I was calling some university stuff, but you were on the microphone last week. No, you were in Boston.
I was in, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
What game did you do, K-Dub?
I was running around with Doug Flutie.
I did the East High game, but that was canceled.
Got
East
it.
High Golden Valley. We went over to Frontier, and I did it by myself.
Frontier BHS. Oh, that's right, Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin was director, producer, and play-by-play man. My man.
I kind of left the play-by-play up to Titan Tom on the PA.
You
but
just plugged in the PA. All right, I want to hear about you and Flutie in a minute, but crucial moment here. 2nd and 20, but that's not even the real challenge. The challenge is the time. 32.3 seconds left in the half. Cisneros has protection, throws it up, and it is almost caught. Oh, it was almost a deflection into the hands of a receiver, and it would have been 1st and goal. It was almost handled by Jarrell Hasley. That would have been the gift of all gifts for Hasley, and it would have been 1st and goal. But
so now they got a 3rd and 25, 26 seconds left. Now what do you do if you're Golden Valley? You're expecting the pass, 3rd and 25. You're going to play off, but yet they've got Webster split out here. Single coverage.
maybe
That's
a slant.
your guy.
Maybe a slant.
Oh, they're going to double him.
So they got a hard count on Golden Valley. That'll move them up a little bit,
Move
and
it up.
they do have a timeout.
Yeah.
So if they don't get the first down, which is going to be a challenge, they can at least call a timeout.
So if the guys up in the box south saw that, Golden Valley's going to double with their free safety over on top of Webster. Take him away. That's going to leave a big seam right in the middle.
They go to Webster.
They go to Webster.
Webster with a big hit. Webster, and he gets thrown out of bounds. So the strong man Webster gets out of bounds, and it's a 1st down. How about this drive, Rick? And they didn't have to burn their timeout.
And you got 19, looks like 19 seconds left on the clock. I can't tell.
So it's 19.1, so 1st and goal from the 9. What a crazy drive this has been.
Wow.
They had the momentum. We thought they were going to strike earlier. Then they had 3 penalties.
Golden Valley's they knew the ball. They doubled him, but the corner let up too soon.
And hats off to Cisneros. He threw a dime. He threw
did.
a bullet. So here we go. 1st and goal from the 9. 19.1 seconds left. Everybody split way out left. They still may go to Webster. They look. They toss. There's a man open.
Oh,
Did they get it? Touchdown, Spartans.
Oh,
what a toss. And what a catch by Antoine Jones. Wow. And the South crowd going crazy. What a drive.
God. Everything that could go wrong went wrong for South High School, but yet they still score. 14 seconds left.
And I thought they were still going to go to Webster, even though they had a strong left side, just because of the threat that he is.
Golden Valley's going to be kicking themselves for that.
So now some funkification for the extra point. But they're going to hike it. Will they get it done? The option pitch. Can he get to the end zone? Oh! A big hit by Dominic Thompson. I like the idea. I like the effort. Good idea. Nice execution. But Dominic Thompson says no dice. Wow.
Golden Valley did a good job just counting numbers. You got to have one less. When they split all those guys out wide there, you just have one less, and you have one more than they do at the line of scrimmage there over the ball.
Still an exciting 6 minutes. You said it. There was still a lot of time with 6 minutes when they got it. They marched down the field. They put it in the hands of James Webster. more than a few times, but then 3 penalties in a row, and they kept marching back, and then we thought, I think they've dug themselves too big of a hole. But then Webster comes back in. They connect on a big play, and then a touchdown pass from Cisneros to Antoine Jones. Almost got the 2-point conversion here, but had it not been for the big hit of Dominic Thompson, they might have got in. So here we go.
Coach Kane going to have a little talk with his DBs on that, because that was on them, those last 2 plays.
Well, if you're the Bulldogs.
Well, it looks like they're expecting the onside.
Well, if nothing else, you want to boot this thing way down there, right, Rick?
Might as well. They're playing. Okay, now they split out.
I mean, you want to get rid of this thing. They've already got dangerous return men anyway. Interesting to see what the philosophy is here. Yeah, good.
There you go.
He's already dangerous.
Down
he
to
doesn't
4.
want it. Oh, he does get it. So Thompson's going to have the opportunity to do something here.
Oh!
He's tackled and brought down.
Gets out to about the 33, and we're going to have about 3 seconds left.
Wow, that football just kind of bounced and stopped like a Tiger Woods wedge. And Thompson said, all right, maybe. Let's see.
Yeah, you've got 1 play. I just might give it to my money man there and see what he can do. If he can't do anything, go to the locker room.
Roll him out maybe and see that little bootleg. And
drop him back, fake the pass, and let him take off. Or they just take a knee.
Yeah. I mean, and I thought about that too. I mean, they're going to get the wind at their back to start the third quarter.
When I got a guy like
and that'll do it, Rick.
Abbott.
When we come back, we'll start the third quarter with Rick's thoughts on this first half. Nice football game here. It's Thursday Night Football. You're watching the Kern High Network live with Kevin and Rick and myself. We'll be back to start the third quarter after this break on the Kern High Network.
Led onto the field by student drum major Camila Martinez. They will be performing their 2023 halftime show entitled Ballin'. Up. We got to get our shot here.
Get the short guy in.
I like it. Ready?
Pretty nice.
No, didn't work out. The shadow of the phone.
Nice glow of the lamp.
There we go. That might be better. See, what the heck? Oh, there you go. There you go. That'll work. Jeff Showers. Oh, yeah, it's not. They got Fort Worth. Yep.
drum major. Is the band ready? You may now take the field in performance. Let's give it up once again for our Golden Valley Bulldog Brigade. They are under the direction of Kristen Torres Soto. Additional staff include Austin Gray, Donovan Cisco, Ashley Ariano, Jay Daylog, Brian Villegas, and Sibo Perez.
Welcome back, everybody. The Spartans did jump the gun a little bit because the game hadn't started, and we were getting ready to come on the air, and the ball went up. They kicked it off. I'm like, whoa. So nice to know we're not the only ones that thought that was a bit of a quick start. Welcome back. Start the third quarter. I'm Vance Palm, Rick Van Horn. What a great halftime that was. He and I and Kevin Willie covered a lot of ground.
We sure did.
Talked about a lot of things, so let's talk about this first half of that game, Rick.
Yeah, Golden Valley played with a lot of emotion. They've been off for 2 weeks now. Played the first game. Had that unfortunate accident last week, and now kind of regrouped. And the kids said, "Hey, let's do this for everybody that got hurt and that can't suit up tonight." And played with a lot of emotion that first half.
Spartans, meanwhile, had their opportunities. Got the touchdown late in the first half. Let's see if they can rally. A low burner. And I'll tell you what, for just a second, Yasir Zendejas.
He had some room to run.
And for you young guys, you young listeners out there, you don't know the name Zendejas and how that's tied into the National Football League, one of the great kicking families in NFL history.
Yeah.
So, 1st and 10 for Golden Valley. Reminder, tomorrow night we will be at Bakersfield High School. We're going to be at Drillerland, where the Drillers are welcoming in a dangerous Shafter General team. I listened to head coach Gerald Perucci on Greg Kerr's show recently, and it's title or bust in his mindset.
They're coming off the state championship appearance. Of course, they lost in that championship game.
In the Mud Bowl.
And here comes Nate Abbott.
Strong run. Strong run.
Goes for about 12 and a first down.
Nate Abbott right up the middle for a Golden Valley first down.
So for those of you that caught the first half, you got a good feel, a good sense of what both of these teams brought to the table. But for those of you that didn't catch it, as Rick just said, Golden Valley playing with a lot of emotion, but South High School not giving up, hanging in there. They got really strong front defensive four. So that big run right there by Nate Abbott is a foreshadowing of how they're going to need to win this football game, is to try to beat down that defensive front. There's a good look at it right now. Nice job by South High School. And if you're Coach Kerry Mills, what'd you tell your Spartans in that?
Well, they were shooting themselves in the foot that whole second quarter. They got down to the 24 and ended up back at the 40. Luckily, they ended up scoring some points out of that. But, that first quarter, you can't take it away from Golden Valley. They outplayed South High. South High didn't let them get too far ahead. And now it's still manageable, 14-6.
Bad snap. It's fumbled. Abbott in trouble. Can he get out of it? He's got the skill set, but I don't know about getting past all those guys. Big loss there. And if you're Coach James Kane, what did you tell your Bulldogs at halftime?
Nate Abbott recovering the bobbled snap there.
They made some big mistakes, and that South High score before the half there was all on them. Their secondary let them down. Got some big pass plays in there and plays that they should have made as a secondary. And other than that, they didn't do too bad. Nate Abbott is Nate Abbott. He is one of the best all-around players in town. Now we're seeing South High is going to answer with just James Webster, who's kind of like the same build as Abbott.
Screenplay going nowhere.
Oh, wow.
And South High, the coaching staff just picked that one up. They knew it was coming. They had their guys ready.
23. Who is that for South High?
Well, that's a really nice play out there by Ethan Dominguez. He stayed at home, didn't move. I think that's all on the positive side for the coaching staff for South. They just sniffed that one out early.
And what you got to see is body language of Golden Valley. They were fired up coming in. They had some momentum. They were playing for a reason. Kind of lost that bounce in the step here.
I agree, Coach. Punt. whistles, flags, blow. It's 4th and 14, so I don't see anything. If it's against South, I don't see anything changing in the
Offside on
it-
South.
It's actually 4th and 20, frankly.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be 4th and 15 and punt it again.
And, Coach Mills is telling his guys, please stop making his mistakes. We're trying to get the football back.
Still 4th down.
Well, I sure like both these coaches a lot. Gary, James, good guys. Love their kids. Whistles blow, and it's going to be line judge over here having a quick word with Coach Mills. Coach Kane. So now we think we're going to get this punt off. 8:48 in the third. Looks like South trying to make a run for it. No flags. And takes kind of a weird bounce, and that'll be 1st and 10. Great opportunity here for the Spartans as they'll take over on their first possession. So job well done on defense.
Yeah, sure was. And they're going to take the ball over on about their own 48-yard line. Midfield. They had the momentum going into halftime. Let's see if it can continue.
Rick, I was watching my daughter tonight on live stream. The CSUB Roadrunner volleyball players were over at University of New Mexico, and I see an advertisement for their football schedule. UNLV is heading to New Mexico. They're on the road this year.
Sure.
You're running Rebels. They're going to be at New Mexico.
Mountain West competitors.
Man, and it's going to be like in November. How great will that weather be? 1st and 10. Webster trying to get outside. He stiff
Straight
arms
arms.
one. Look out,
Whoa,
everybody.
oh!
James Webster.
James Webster on the
I
carry.
think that was Ion. Woo. Emilio
You see
Arjan.
Arjan
Emilio Arjan.
gets
Well, he's a speedy
a
guy.
shoestring on Webster.
Emilio's a running back and a linebacker. But,
That's kind of like pulling one wheel off a freight train.
Yeah.
well, J. Deb came around the corner, gave one kid the stiff arm, and it's like, I'm out of here. They're going to go right back to him, this time between the tackles. Nice job there by the Bulldogs to jump on that very quickly. That's a nice tackle by Dennis Biacuse.
Stop by number 58, Dennis Biacuse.
Man, look at Dennis Biacuse. First time I've called his name tonight, 6'1", 225. And, my friends, he's a junior.
Got a score from Ridgeview. It's Stockdale 21, Ridgeview 7.
Okay. Colton Kaiser, toughest kid I've seen in a long, long time, QB for the Mustangs. He took a couple of pops 2 weeks ago from that Highland defense, and he was right back up, ready to rock and roll. Webster trying to get to the outside, one stiff arm. Oh, a couple of big pops and an early whistle. Wow. If you're Coach Mills, like, hey, hold up on the whistle with Webster. He may stand up a little bit longer than you think.
Like number 13, Marcus.
Dominic Thompson came up and unloaded on him, and kind of Webster just kind of shook it off and kept going. And
3rd and long.
Thompson was kind of got up adjusting his helmet, so you know who got the better of that.
Yeah, and Webster is bent over a little bit, but he's not coming out. Jacob Cisneros, the senior quarterback, jogs the play in. It's 3rd and 9. And they're in two-down territory simply based on where they are on the field. I don't see them punting on the 30-yard line. Cisneros throws it out, and it's dropped. And I think that's about the 3rd or 4th drop by Jarrell Hasley. He's not able to put it together tonight.
No, he can't. He's asking for, I don't know, he came up limping there.
Yeah, he's had a couple go right off his fingertips.
Number 14, Rodrigo Hernandez on the coverage.
And that drop hurts.
4th and
Yeah,
long.
kind of the go-to thing when you drop the ball, come up and grab your hamstring and say it hurts.
We had a game. Was that you and I calling the North High Frontier game the other night?
Oh, the kid that, yeah, Frontier running back comes out, jukes him pretty good, and This guy got juked at North High guy.
Carry me off the field.
Yeah.
It happened.
I tell you what, he stayed with it though. He stayed on the ground. Looked like a soccer player.
He sold it, huh?
He sold it all the way to the locker room.
Got it on the sideline, and all of a sudden, it was a miracle.
6:32 remaining in this third quarter. It's 14-6. Just when you think South High's got something together, a couple of difficult situations arise, and now it's 4th and 9 halfway through this third quarter. I'm Vance Palm. I'm joined by Rick Van Horn and Kevin Willey, and we are pleased to have you with us on the Current High Network tonight. And I also, again, want to thank our good friends at Golden Valley High School. Thank you for having us over here. Thank you to our man Stan Green, the Director of School Support Services at the high school district, and for all of our current high school district superintendents, and of course our sponsors at Valley Strong Credit Union for allowing us to put on events like this for our community. Appreciate it, and we'll get to the administration again here in a few moments. Big fourth down here.
Fourth down and 9. They got Webster split out right at receiver, so there he goes. They're going to him.
They're going to go up to him, and
And
it's a touchdown. What a pass.
Wow.
No flags. That was an absolute perfect dime by Jacob Cisneros.
Wow.
You kind of had to know that's what they were thinking.
I mean, everybody in the stadium knew except for Golden Valley. Wow, that's the third mistake the Golden Valley secondary has made in the last half a quarter.
So second touchdown pass by Cisneros. The first was to Antoine Jones to give him 6. And that was an absolute beauty to James Webster, a la J-Dub, number 11.
And they're going, looks like they're going for 2 for the tie.
They're going to go for 2.
14-12.
This time they throw it behind, and how about this one?
yeah.
They got it this time. Touchdown. Oh, sorry, extra point is good. They lined up everybody on the left side, and they just did the old backward pitch.
Julius Robles catches it and runs it in for 3 yards for a 2-point extra point.
Sam Delacruz. It was Samuel Delacruz.
Oh, it was. I thought it was 10.
They threw it over to Delacruz. What a great play. So, Rick,
Bulldogs, 14.
we don't have replay on that, but essentially they set up the whole offensive line, and they had Delacruz standing behind the line, and so he took the snap, just pitched it to the left, and said, okay, it's 5 guys versus whatever you guys have over there.
Yeah.
Wow, Kerry Mills and his staff mixing it up tonight. We're tied at 14, Rick. This was one of the better nights of all time. We have all this licorice. We have a beautiful living room desk light. For all of you high schools that welcome us, if you can provide us with a table this big, we're the happiest guys.
And some chairs. We're happy campers.
Man, oh man, thank you, Golden Valley. I got to get to reading off all the administrators again. Tied at 14. This game has taken a turn, Rico.
6:26 left in the third quarter.
Nice orthodox high kick taken by Thompson at the 14-yard line. Thompson, and he's tripped up. A nice play right there.
55.
Good hit by Matt Alfaro. Stuck his arm out there and got him. So the Spartans playing with a little bit of energy here, Coach.
They are.
Nice return by number 5.
All right, your Coach Kane, you just talked to your offense over there on the sidelines. What'd you tell him?
You got to find out. You got to get a way to get that pep back in your step that you had in the first half, you know. We saw that coming out in that third quarter. They're kind of lackadaisical, kind of walking around. They had a 8-point lead. But that's down the drain now. It's 14-14. So we'll see what Nate Abbott has up his sleeve.
Whistles fly. I think that may be on Golden Valley. I thought it was a quick start over there on the wide receiver way out there. Yep. And it was Dominic Thompson just got a little happy there.
Golden Valley.
Things haven't been going their way the last second quarter and halfway through this third quarter. It's been all South High's got the momentum.
All right, 1st and 15. Out to the near side here. Flag on the play. And I think that may be.
Number 5, Dominic Thompson on the carry.
We'll see. Well, it might be 2 flags now.
Looks like we have some flags on the play.
Oh, one of the Golden Valley players getting into quite the discussion with the line judge. Oh, that's Dominic Thompson. There was a flag during the play in the backfield, and then at the end of the play there was a flag, and I don't know if Dominic Thompson was upset with another South Spartan, and the line judge kind of got in the middle of it to break it up, because the last 10 seconds of the action was Thompson letting the line judge know what he thought of it. So it's going to be interesting.
Either way, it looks like Golden Valley's going backwards.
Well, personal foul on South. And then it must be, or unless he gave the wrong direction on the call. No, so now they're coming back again.
Personal foul on both teams.
Fumble by the official.
Recovered by the officials.
Offsetting must have been. Right, Rick?
Offsetting, but usually they don't walk it back and then forth. But it's going to be 1st and 10 for Golden Valley.
Okay. The Bulldogs of Golden Valley, they're trying to get something going here, trying to get some kind of groove going here. First and 10 at their own 30. A handoff. Nice job again by South up front. And
that's
this is
Arjan.
Emilio Arjan.
Emilio Arjan to the right side.
You know, if you're South High, Golden Valley's thrown it twice, 3 times maybe, and
you're right.
You know, they're going to load that box, stop Abbott. That's their number one concern. Go single coverage on the outside, and hopefully your DBs are better than the Golden Valley receivers.
Well, they about a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Trying to keep it between the tackles. That's Abbott.
Nate Abbott up the middle. Like a hard block by number 63.
These schools are so close geographically. A lot of these players, many of these players in all of the sports have grown up playing against each other in elementary school and junior high school and some club sports.
Probably on some of the same teams in GYF and Jack Frost and
because they haven't been tossing the ball around, these Bulldogs have had these quarters kind of swim along at a nice pace. Third and 2, big third down, and they put it, a lot of contact, and he's going to get the first down because of the second effort, but that was no joke. What a hit by Sam Organista. And Sam Organista's had a couple of big hits already.
Last 2 plays, South High's been a little discombobulated in their alignment, lining up there. They're keeping 6 in the box, which Nate's not going anywhere outside. You know, he's staying inside those tackles. So I'm going to load up with 7. So South High's got to make an adjustment.
Coach Kane gives a quick word to his quarterback, Abbott, in the shotgun, split receivers. Abbott's just going to keep it now, see what he can do on the ground. And again, you got to hand it to those guys up front for South High School. They're not just getting ran over, but as I say that, Abbott crunches another 3 yards.
Yeah. Didn't look like he got that much, but then you look at it and it's a long 3, a short 4 there.
Well, he's 6'2", so when he falls forward, he gets a yard out of that, right? Under 4 to go in the third quarter. We're tied at 14. What a great football game. It's been a lot of fun. We've seen a lot of different aspects of a team in their third week. Golden Valley last week had tough situation, no game. Great play there, really well designed, well executed, and Arjan is going to get him within 2 yards of a first down.
So they're going to have about a third and a short 3 here.
Up the gut for 4 more yards.
You know, you talk about Nate Abbott being 6'2". If you look in the huddle, he's not the tallest guy. He's one of the shorter guys. So Golden Valley's got some big kids up front.
Those guys, those some big linemen right
they got
there.
a 6'4" receiver.
A lot of juniors, too. Look out. Abbott gets the first down, so
Big line, Nate Abbott for another Golden Valley first down.
they have just kind of stuck with that recipe right now.
Yeah. So I think that's Abbott carried the ball 16 times that first week for about 68 yards. But that was more out of the running back position. Now he's playing quarterback. And you'll see a lot of teams do that. When things aren't going well, you're just going to put your best guy back there. South High's done it many a year with a Shane Carr and a King Ellis and Prince Ellis and all those guys. Put your best guy back there. He's touching the ball every play.
Again, they do it to him. And reminds me of when Rich Cornford had Ryan Matthews and Deron Mackey.
Yeah.
We called it, myself and Brian Adams called a game up at Bakersfield College. It was West High versus Centennial. And Ryan Matthews ran, I'm going to say 97% of the offense.
Yeah.
I mean, they would hike it to him, they'd snap it to him, and all. And then at the end of the first half, I'll never forget it. Ryan Matthews, if you don't know everybody, played for West High. Then he went on to play in the NFL. Just an unbelievable running back. He ran the ball. If they had 100 plays, he ran it 97 plays.
Sure.
And then one of the only plays he didn't, he threw a touchdown pass at the end of the half. A huge bomb at Memorial Stadium. And there's a nice play by South High, but it reminds me of that.
Yeah.
And Coach Cornford, I always joke with him about it, and he goes, "Oh, I was a genius. I was a football mastermind back then, Vance."
Sure.
So to that point, Nate Abbott hands the ball off to Arjan after running it 4 straight times, and they've just ground this clock down. And maybe Coach Kane is just trying to tell his team, look, we can't be giving up these touchdowns and expect to just, walk away with wins.
And we don't know who he lost in that car, in that
very true.
The bus wreck.
He didn't use it, man.
Oh, my God, here
goodness.
it is. Here it is.
They do it enough, and he does it.
Yeah.
They do it enough, and he gets it. Nate Abbott cuts up, touchdown, Golden Valley. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter, and he finally...
You keep chopping that wood, and it's going to give, and exactly what happened.
I heard a coach say that tonight in a post-match interview. He says, I just tell my players, keep chopping at the wood, and the tree's going to come down.
Yeah.
And he did. And he'll come over and be greeted by his coaches and teammates. That was really a great cut at the perfect time, and he got it. Touchdown, Golden Valley. So here is Bryson Regoza, the southpaw, and that's a beauty.
And that's why Nate Abbott's one of the best players in town, bar none.
So 21-14, 40.4 seconds remaining in this third quarter. But we've seen enough of the South High Spartans now to know that they've got options.
They got JW, James Webster.
They've got Webster, but they also, they've got...
Can throw it to him.
Sam Dela Cruz. They have their quarterback, Cisneros. He's dropped a couple dimes. I mean, right on the money. So we'll see if they can put enough together.
Yeah.
They've got Josh and Cenas.
Talking to Coach Littlejohn last week at the Stockdale Highland game, and found out that Shane Carr, the all-star do-everything guy for South High last year. He was scheduled to go to Southern Utah with a football scholarship. So things happened there. Looks like he's going to be back at BC playing for the Renegades.
Wow. I cut the radio spot today, so get excited when you hear me in the car. Text me. Football is back. They play Long Beach City in their home opener on the 9th. A week from this Saturday, they'll be hosting Long Beach, the Vikings of Long Beach. The last 10 years, there's been a scuffle.
They've been knocking heads for a long, long time.
Oh, we called a game down there. Kenny Calvin and I called a game down there. There was a season-ending game. There was no bowl games for either squad. It's about 6-7 years ago. And, Rick, I'm telling you, the fourth quarter, every single play there was a flag. I mean, there was guys, they were going to blows almost every single play. And Kenny, of course, was waxing poetic and philosophical. Come on, guys. You know, and I said, well, Kenny, if anybody would know, it's you and me. We played against Long Beach in all of our sports. Okay, here comes the Spartans. Webster was stopped after he got about a yard. They're going to say that he got – oh, here comes the flag.
James Webster again on the carry.
And I'll tell you what, the white hat is not standing for it tonight. He's not going for it. He's called it a few times now.
That's going to be on Golden Valley.
And if you're, Coach Kane –
It's a personal foul.
you're feeling the pain just like Coach Mills was. Guys.
Well, we talked about that pep in the step, and they came back after that kickoff. You saw them. They scored, went ahead, got the pep back in their step, but a little too much there on that first down play.
And if nothing else, Coach, we talked about these officials the last few weeks and the shortage that we have here in the Valley and the state, and we're playing these Thursdays and Fridays to make sure we have enough officials. They're doing a really, really good job. I've seen some really good officiating the last 3 weeks, and I can tell you this, the consistency of the white hat tonight is, look, I'm not standing for it. We're not going to go for it. And he's called a lot of them on both teams, so I like it. I don't think they'll get this play off unless they got it off, and nope, they do not.
Nope.
That'll finish the third quarter. Got a nice one here tonight on the Kern High Network. 21-14. Golden Valley's up by a touchdown, but South on the move. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this. Start of the fourth quarter. We got a nice one here. 21-14, the host school. Golden Valley Bulldogs up by a touchdown. Coach Van Horn and I our interest and curiosity is peaked right now to see what Coach Mills and these Spartans are going to do.
Yeah, that time. It's one of the first times Jacob Cisneros has carried the ball. The quarterback faked it to Webster, took it up the middle, and
Vance Palm and Rick Van Horn.
Good little
I've been listening all night. They sound great.
4-yard gain.
I always love getting the love from the PA announcer. 21-14. 2nd and 7. They go to Webster. Webster cuts up. He might have his own. He's going to cut back up against the grain.
We got a ball game.
Look out. J-Dub is in.
And we got no flags.
James Webster with a cut of his own.
Touchdown.
And that was a big one right there.
Webster on the big run.
And not only can he run over guys, he can make that hard cut too.
And run by him. Well, you know what? I hope you brought 2 shorts tonight, because we may have 2 player of the games.
If you're liking this tremendous gameplay, don't forget that tonight's game will be archived and ready to watch by this Saturday on
right now, they're neck and neck.
www.currenthignetwork.com.
Don't let the boss know this, but I got 4 shirts.
Your very own local high school live stream. The Current High Network.
So South doesn't have enough guys. Oh, they don't have their tee. They were going to go for their first kicking PAT, and they didn't have the tee. And I don't believe they want to burn a timeout right here, but they might have to, Rick. Here comes the count from the back judge. We'll see.
Big PAT right here.
It's a big one. Thomas Encinas. This is to tie it up. Will they actually kick it? Oh, it's a fake. They snapped it into Encinas' hand. He throws it up, and it is almost intercepted.
Wow. Oh, man.
I wondered if they were going to kick it. They weren't. They snapped it directly into Encinas.
I think that was just a bad snap.
Oh, you thought they were really going to go for the kick?
Yeah, oh, yeah. A little too early still to go for 2.
But we've seen Coach Mills do everything tonight.
Well, first of all, there's no receivers out in the route on that, so it was a fire, what they call fire. That's kind of
the visitors from South High.
The universal call on a bad snap, fire, and then looked like nobody got the word.
I'm a glass half full kind of guy, but you're the realist in the group.
Yeah.
And what happened is that didn't work.
No.
So we're looking at a 21-20 game now. And that was a great touchdown run by James Webster. So now Spartans trail by 1. Very important drive here for Coach Kane and his Golden Valley Bulldogs.
10:55 left in that first quarter. So there's plenty of time. Nothing to get concerned about. You're not going to see any onside. You're not going to see trick plays right now with this much time.
Ball's kicked off. Oh, ran into his own guy. And he was looking to break loose. That's Yasir Zendejas. And he cut up against the grain and bam! One of his blockers was mixing it up and he ran right into his back. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. And boy, these Spartans of South High have really hung around and done some dazzling stuff. You have 2 touchdown passes by Cisneros, one to Antoine Jones, the other was to James Webster to finish off a great drive early in the third quarter. And then Coach Kane said, we're going to slow this thing down. They get their own touchdown off of a great run from their star quarterback Abbott, but then the Spartans come right back with their star running back Webster. And so now they run in between the hash marks, and that's the strong Dominic Thompson.
Looks like it's a run by number 5, Dominic Thompson to the left.
That was a good first down play by Golden Valley. They got 5 yards out of that. We always talk about you got to win first down. That's meaning gaining 4 yards or better on first down.
Second and 6. Marco Salazar breaks way out to the left. They haven't gone to the air much tonight, Coach. You brought that up. It's been a run-first situation. And again, it's their star quarterback with another big run. Picks up the first down. Gang tackled at about the 43-yard line is Nate Abbott.
Nate Abbott with a hard 8 yards to the right. But that's a Golden Valley first down.
Well, Coach Kane has found out, said if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're gonna go with who brought us. We're gonna dance with who brought us.
Look at the tackle by number 5 for South High. We don't have his name. Somebody has his name. Let us know.
Welcome to our pain. The PA announcer's missing a number. Okay, under 10. Very deliberate offense.
Wow,
What
here
about
we
this?
go.
Are you kidding me? And the Spartans are trying to strip it. They're trying to strip the football out of their hand. They just can't get it away from Abbott.
About a 14-yard gain there by Abbott. And you know what happens is Golden Valley is tightened their formation down, which, of course, brings the defense down. So now you've got 8-9 in the box, and Nate Abbott is still breaking off 10, 14-yard runs.
And they're grinding that clock down, Coach. Every time I look out, another minute's gone by. Now we're under 9 minutes.
And they're inside of Spartan territory here on the 41-yard line.
He's got Thompson behind him. They give it to Thompson. Thompson makes a couple nice moves.
He makes the first down.
And another long run. So fumble, ball's on the ground. Oh, they're going to say Golden Valley. Ooh.
We got it back. Number 5, Dominic Thompson on the run.
A great explosion. He just attacked that offensive line and just went right behind him and said, I'm going with you guys. And that front four for the Spartans have been awfully tough tonight. But now David Mejas coming in to spell one of the other Spartans that had been up there a long, long time. And he's playing right defensive guard. Abbott says, I got it. Let me see what I can do with it. And this time he gets wrapped up.
Yeah.
And nice job out there by Sam Organista.
If he would have just planted and went left, he had some running room there.
Tackle by number 45, Samuel Organista.
Under 8 minutes to go now. So Coach Kane and his coaching staff have done a really nice job of keeping this entire second half very regimented, very structured. And I know you're listening and watching going, yeah, Vance, they run the ball every play. But I'm talking about the timeline as well. They're keeping the cadence. They're keeping the pace. Just very, very deliberate. Nothing crazy. Double handoff. Woo.
Oh, good play by South High. Number 9 there.
That was a good hit.
Isaac De La Rocha. Well, you see Golden Valley's body postured out. They're kind of taking their time. They're not in a big hurry. The clock is their best friend right now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Taking their time, using up that clock. 6:55 left. They're on the 24-yard line of South High.
Mixing everybody around, and a timeout called by Coach Kane. There was a little bit of exchange going on there. Some guys were swapping sides of the line. Didn't like it. Looked a little too jumbled up for him. He goes, timeout. Let's stop this thing. It's 3rd and 6, 6:38 remaining. And, so you got these great minds, these great assistants that are helping them, and they're a big part of it with Coach Odell, Coach Reza, Coach Cross, Coach Vargas. And you got all these guys that are, spending all this time doing it. Something looks good. They want to try it. They want to do it. Yeah. But as the time's clicking down and it's getting real close to the snap, boy, if it's not looking flush and perfect, you just have to say, nah, let's stop this.
Well, you work on it all week, and then you don't use it until the 4th quarter in a crucial situation because all that movement there, they were trying to draw South High off, and if they didn't, then they would get numbers at the point of attack.
Right.
And
so
I think Coach Kane thought they were going to hurt themselves more than they were going to hurt South High.
Great point, Rick. And Coach Mills said, thank you very much. Yeah. We need to talk it over as well. Oh, what a nice job by the Spartan defense for really sticking it in there. And that's a nice job out there by Ethan Dominguez, a senior for the Spartans. And it looks like one of the big guys for the Bulldogs.
I think is that number 5? No, that's not 5.
Is it Erwin Florence, number 7? I couldn't get a jersey on that, but it might have been a dog pile injury. Just, 9 guys down on that thing. Kind of a off-topic question, but not if you let me get all the way around to it. I don't know if you happen to catch, and by no means advertising for it, promoting it, supporting it. It's just a point I want to talk to you about. The Netflix special on the Florida Gators.
Yes.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
Something about the swamp or something about the swamp.
Yeah.
And Coach Meyer was talking about how he'd gone all year without calling that certain play, that fake punt that they had late in the game, and their whole season's on the line.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's Emilio Arjan that was down, but he's a tough kid. He's back up. And finally he said, well, let's just do it. And we did it. So to your point, you practice something all week. Sometimes you practice something all year.
And you don't use it,
And he had on his folder from Earl Bruce, just run it, will you? Just run the thing.
And he had it called, we can't say it on the name.
Right. But the point is, sometimes you got to do it.
Yeah.
And here's one of them, 4th and 4. It's a huge play right here. 6:11 left. Abbott's going to go to his right side, look for all the blocking he can get. Can the Spartans get him?
I don't think he's going to make it.
Oh, he gets the ball to the 22-yard line, and he's not going to get there. And
I think it's going to be South High ball.
And how about that Spartan defense? And that's it. There's no way. It's 4th down. They didn't get it. It's going to be 1st and 10. I'm confused as to why there's a big discussion about it. Maybe I'm missing something here. So they are going to measure it.
Wow.
It's close.
He stretched out. Boy, that was a great play he made at the very end. Abbott just with all the skill and the length, and he reached out and put that ball down on the grass. I thought he was short, but that's just my vision of it up here. And I think some of the Rebels were there's my dollar I owe you guys.
Yeah. Well, a couple of, this is the first time they've taken a measurement, and this is big if you're a referee and you've never taken a measurement, it's good training for them.
They got it.
He got it. Golden Valley, first down.
Coach Mills, he can't believe it.
I would have lost $1 on that because I would have said they didn't make it.
I thought his knee was down. I didn't finish my sentence. I thought his knee hit, and then he reached and put the ball down. And so either way, the officials made the call. A huge first down for Golden Valley. What a play on both sides of the ball. South did a great job. And to the naked eye, it just looked like Abbott's knee went down, and that would call it right there. Then he stretched out, but you never know. We'd have to check it out and watch it. Thank goodness the Kerr-9 Network archives all these games. 1st and 10. Well, that
my!
Fumble! Oh, my gosh.
We don't know who's got it yet.
Oh, it's Golden Valley that's got it, I think.
Oh, wait a minute!
Oh, wow!
Recovered by South High.
Hold your horses. South High ball.
Just when you think you've seen it all, we were wrong. You and I were wrong on the first down call, and then I thought Golden Valley came up with it. The officials right on top of it, and it's one of those instinct things. You see how players react.
Yeah.
And the Spartans got up quickly and were like, "Hey, that's ours, that's ours, that's ours." Wow,
5:35 left in this game.
A 1-point game. South's got a long way to go. They've got 81 yards to get to the goal line. And
that's just one handoff to Webster at any time.
He's in the backfield. He's on the left hip of Cisneros. They give it to him. He gets to the outside. He brushes off one defender, runs over a couple more. A big hit by Thompson brings him down.
That's about a gain of 8.
He's got some breathing room now.
And Webster.
Here's the thing, though. Cisneros can throw the football. We've seen him deliver a couple of touchdown passes already. It's just, will Coach Mills go to that well?
Yeah. Will he pull out that play they've been practicing all week? That little screen pass maybe to Webster.
Split receivers way out to the near side. They give it to Webster again. So this time Webster's wrapped up and he's held in bounds. The clock will continue to tick. So for Golden Valley, it's let Nate Abbott have the football and see what damage he can contribute to the
And that's going to be about a 3rd and 1 for South High.
Right, and not lost on any of us was that point right there.
Yeah.
They've got to pick up first down. So,
Yeah. And I think you're in 4 downs territory for South High. So if Golden Valley stops them here on 3rd down, they're going to go for it. They've got a 4:20 left. Oh, we got an offsides on.
How about that?
Oh, boy.
Now, what's great about it, though, is Adrian Coleman reacted as though he was upset with himself, but then he turned quickly to start pointing fingers.
It was too late then.
He'd
already
right.
He'd already indicted himself.
Well, he's a senior, too, so you know he's upset. He got caught. He turned around and was really mad at himself. And then he had that brilliant thought, wait a minute. It was the right offensive tackle, and the ref's like, my man, we
too late.
Oh, that's great. That's great stuff. All right, under 4 to go here. Strong left side for Cisneros right here below us. He is going to throw. He tosses it over to the sidelines.
Oh,
Look out! And it's broken up out there. Underthrown, and a great play out there by Rodrigo Hernandez. He was right there gluing the receiver, and he stuck his hand up there and knocked it away.
That was a case of the receiver just outrunning the quarterback's arm.
Yeah. Yep.
Cisneros, little guy, senior, just doesn't have that arm strength because some of these receivers can run out there.
Okay, he's got Thomas and Cenas. He's got a lot of weapons out there, but it's 2nd and 10. Will he try to throw again? They do. They go to the air. This time it's caught out there by Antoine Jones. Jones puts a nice move and gets hit at the 50-yard line. Nobody needs flags now. Both coaches, all the coaches over there. Oh!
Wow.
We even tried.
We
even tried to put it up into the airwaves. No flags for either team. We're not pulling for either team. That's not our job.
And I see number 9 for Golden Valley walking around with his head down.
Well, we just got the hint now that Nate Abbott went to his helmet with his 2 hands, so he can't believe it.
It's like unsportsmanlike conduct.
So
Bulldogs.
we were saying it from the sheer standpoint of just kind of like announcing / coaching. And then we thought we'd achieved it, and then boom, we saw the yellow flag go flying up in the air. So I think, is this a time where you would actually just, I don't know, if you're a coach, you don't want to burn a timeout. No way do you want to burn a timeout, but you want to almost get the guys together at the end of a play and just say, fellas, both sides. I mean, I'm talking to both programs here. Say, guys, we got a great football game here. This could be a week 3 instant classic. Let's use our heads here. Okay, 3.5 to go. The Spartans now inside, well inside Bulldog territory. No flag. It's a timeout, and it's going to be taken by Coach Mills and his Spartans. So, having said that, now, look, they'll have an opportunity. I think the coach is going to get together with everybody on both sides of the football and say, fellas, no more.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut, play football. And if you're Golden Valley, you don't make mistakes, you're going to win a game.
Well, you had a big hit over there. It was a great run, a really nice run by Antoine Jones, and he got right to the 50-yard line. You saw the hit come. That's going to happen, of course. You saw the big pop come. He delivered the blow. But, boy, that's that instinct in you that just wants to lay a little bit more mustard on it and say something.
And I don't even think he knocked him down over there on the sideline.
No, I think it's all verbal.
Yeah.
I think it's all verbal. We've talked about these officials.
He thought he gave a better hit than he really did.
Yeah, because the player popped right back up, so he had to say something. All right, here we go. So the big news there is Coach Mills did burn a timeout, has one to take. Ball's batted down. Ball's knocked down. A flag comes in there. A flag right at the end of that play. So,
well, guess who got their hands on that ball?
Well, Abbott got his hands on
Abbott
it. And
knocked
then
that one down.
Jaden Metters now being turned around by one of his players. So maybe the coaches weren't vociferous enough And it's unsportsmanlike
Oh.
conduct on the Spartans, so it's going to come right back.
Well, South High didn't have Webster on the field on that play, so you knew something was up. Probably going to throw the ball without Webster out there.
So now the ball comes back into Spartan territory. Good grief. And a total of 3 seconds have come off the clock. That ball is an incomplete pass, got batted down, so there's stoppage of the clock.
I still haven't seen Webster on the field. Webster is not on the field,
He is not.
so the good chance it's first and about 25. South High may be throwing the ball. What?
He's standing with his helmet off at about the 43-yard line on the other side. I can see jersey 11, no helmet.
False start against the
False.
Spartans.
Wow.
And now he's walking over by the 40 there, Rick,
5 yards.
with his helmet off. There's jersey
Okay.
11. So it's one thing to not be in the game. It's another to have your helmet off.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see him get hurt.
So as all of this is going on, the ball keeps coming backwards if you're the Spartans. So they had a great, great opportunity. Well, that ball was up at the 37-yard line, 35-yard line of
We've got 3:32 left on the clock.
Cisneros. Is in trouble, screenplay, and just gobbled up.
What a play by.
Yep.
That looked like number 9 for
It
Golden
is.
Valley.
Salazar able to make up
Wow.
for his teammates.
Like the screen pass was sniffed out by number 9, Mark Salazar.
So Salazar, thankful he gets an opportunity to retrieve himself.
All right, now we've got number 11 coming into the game.
And the clock is starting to roll now. If you're a Spartan fan, you're going under 3 minutes right now. So Webster breaks out of the huddle early and goes out to the right slot or the right receiver. And
Don't be surprised if it's not a pass to Webster.
second and
There he
23.
is. Oh!
And he was surrounded by Bulldogs, and the pass was behind him.
By number 3, Emilio Arjan.
So now all of a sudden, it's definitely 2-down territory with 2:39 to go. The ball is at their own 43-yard line.
I think Golden Valley knows there's only one guy on the field for South High that can beat him, and that's James Webster.
But he's not in the huddle for the play call.
He might be running the same play.
This one's thrown into no man's land, and there's some confusion there. Daniel Parra was nowhere close.
And that's going to bring up.
Down.
So here it is. Coach Mills has one timeout left, but he's going to send in Jacob Cisneros, his quarterback.
Well, 10, 20, 30. About 4th and 35 here. So you're looking to hit him on a slant here. Nope, they're going to throw it deep.
And nothing doing.
Complete, intended for number 4.
Antoine Jones, so they were trying to hopefully use Webster as a decoy. And now you've got a Golden Valley team who's been able to grind this clock down with the best of them tonight.
Yeah. And they've got the right guy to do it with Nate Abbott. You're going to see some timeouts here from South High.
They only have one.
So Golden Valley needs one first down, and this ball game's in the bag.
We don't know if Webster got banged up and he was just being used for a decoy out there at the receiver spot because he had his helmet off.
He had his helmet
And they
off,
put him
yeah.
back on the field, and maybe that was the deal. And I love to prognosticate and guess up here. You never know. Abbott, patient, just going to stay behind his blockers. And with the emotions having run so high this evening, you kind of hope now that these players just kind of, let it ride, so to speak.
Yeah.
Still try to strip. You try to get that football.
Sure. 2nd and 6 with about just a minute 59 left in this game.
2nd and 6. Coach Mills has his timeout. Coach Kane's going to grind it down to the last second.
If they can put a stop on Golden Valley here, they'll use that timeout.
Nice job there by South High School. They stopped it right there
You
for
might
about
as well
a
use it.
2-yard gain.
You might as well use it.
And he calls it.
You've got to be right in that. Referees, they let about 3 or 4 seconds tick off the clock.
So, final timeout called by South High School. They're down 1. It's been a nice game, really nice game. Tomorrow night, I'll be joined by Rich Cornford at Bakersfield High School. I'm going to be hounding Rick tomorrow. I want that confirmed about the length of time, if ever, Shafter and BHS's play. I have to think that those two old schools, I mean, they're old schools that they played each other.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Shafter was always a small school.
Right. No, I get it.
SSL.
Right.
Played a whole different
Got it.
caliber of teams way back in the day.
I would have known that guys like Stubbe and Nixon and those guys would have wanted to come in and play the drillers.
Yeah, maybe.
Wasco came in and played them, didn't they?
Don't forget, you're talking to a very proud driller here, buddy. Very proud
Maybe.
driller.
They would have got the same result as everybody else, but hey. But when they had David Turner, a different story.
Hey!
Oh my God!
How about this, Dominic Thompson?
Number 5, Dominic Thompson. He needed 3. He got 6.
Put a stamp on that.
Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Minute 21 left. Golden Valley scores 27-21, and they're getting ready to kick the PAT.
Everybody that was here tonight or watched it knows this was a really close football game. As we'll see, Ragosa with the wind at his back, try to make this an 8-point differential. High snap, able to get it down. Good job, and it is up, and it's good.
Oh, we got a big
That was
54.
ridiculous.
Jeez.
That was ridiculous. Semaj Johnson just took a huge swing and hit a Spartan right in the back. What in the world?
Have a seat, 54.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, Bulldogs.
I mean, I thought at first it was one of his own teammates. He was patting him on the back for a second, like, good job. And then I realized, he was hitting a Spartan.
It does bring the score to 2.
So the coaching staff goes over to have a word and just says, look, we're trying to wrap this thing up here.
Yeah.
Now that'll be enforced on the kickoff, right, Rick?
Yeah. And with some of the weapons South High has, if they're going to kick this deep, probably going to squib it, but if they do kick it deep, they've got some weapons. They're only a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up.
So, 1:21 remains. The 15-yard penalty was assessed against the Bulldogs, so South has an opportunity. It's not over. How deep can they kick it? Not very deep. It takes a decent bounce, and he picks it up at the 25-yard line. There's a nice move right there. Oh, goodness. Can he get outside? He does. He does. So a nice job over there by Antoine Jones. So all of a sudden,
he's in Golden Valley territory. Out on the 45 there.
The 15-yarder helps out the Spartans for sure.
Pretty good squib kick, but just a better run back.
So Webster's in there. We've seen a lot of great stuff tonight. Cisneros fires out to the far side. Can Jones make a move? He does. He's got to get out of bounds, and he does. And they're over the sidelines. Rick and I will look for flags.
Yeah.
What a great zip over there from Cisneros to Jones.
Yeah, because they had double coverage on Webster. They were up tight, and they had a safety on top.
I was going to say that South High coaches are starting to think of two-point conversions, but they've already got them all dialed in. They've been running them. They know them. Got to be ready if the Spartans can strike. 1st and 10 from the Golden Valley 30-yard line. Cisneros, his heels are on the 35. Whistles blow. Stoppage of play. And what is the call? South does not have a timeout.
Clock is stopped.
Well, the last play went out of bounds, so
at 1:06, I believe.
I don't know if it was a uniform situation, so they had a player come off the field.
I don't know. You see the split of that running back. It's out wide, so they're going to throw it.
Steps up in the pocket quickly. Cisneros thrown to the ground. They don't have time. They've got to hustle.
58.
And that's another great play by Dennis Biacuze.
You better get your butt back on the line of scrimmage there, 58.
So now it's 48 and counting. They've got to go quickly. 2nd and 10.
Webster out right. They're going to throw it here.
Cisneros in trouble, and he goes down. Didn't get rid of the football. And the one thing you want to do is hurl that thing anywhere.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd down and about 17 here. We got 23 and counting, 22, 21. You can down it and have one play left, but
he's got to throw that football.
You got to throw it. We got
flag on the play. Ball goes up, and no flag in that corner, but a flag goes up down here.
We probably got a hold down here on South High.
Here's the call. Illegal man downfield by the Spartans. So an incomplete pass, so they'll have one Hail Mary shot at it.
They might decline that. Yeah. That'll bring up 4th down. Looks like Coach Kane declined. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 19 or 18 or 19 here.
If he accepts the penalty, they get 3rd down again. But
4th down.
So this is it.
Let him hang a box.
8 seconds left.
They got to get to the end zone.
Yeah.
That's a long ways away. Oh, and there's movement. That'll make it worse. So now
you've got about a 4th and 23.
Well, they've got a 4th and 43, Rick. You know what I'm saying? They got to get to the end zone.
Yeah.
All start. Spartans.
So,
all right, if you're South High, I'm going to try to get it to.
The ball falls on the ground. Look out!
Throw it to Webster.
The
somehow,
ball goes
some
up.
way. He's got it!
Oh,
no!
Had it, and it was
on downs. 1 second left. Bulldog football.
Wow.
Antoine Jones almost comes down with the touchdown of a lifetime, but there was so much traffic over there. What an exhilarating finish.
There was actually 1 second left
Wow.
on the clock. They would have had time for one more play.
Because they would have picked up the 1st down. And that's it, I believe. Yes, the officials have called it. What a game. What a game. Hey, before we leave, Rick, let me get your thoughts on the entire game.
Well, it was a game now. That evens up Golden Valley. They lost their first game to Sunnyside. They come back here to town, get the neighborhood rivalry game in their back pocket now. They're on track to win that league, that Horizon League that they're in.
Again, reminding you, if you want to watch that game again.
Well, that's great.
Beating South High is a big step for them.
That's a lot of fun. Kevin, thank you. Appreciate everything you've done tonight. Great to see you. Good to see our good friend Tony from the old days, from our Bright House Networks and our Time Warner cable days. So thank you, everybody. For Rick, I'm Vance. Hope you enjoyed that. That was a great one.